Hi everyone and welcome to Cope with Hope. It's great to be back after so long, and I'm back with Devina, who is the founder of The Light Within. She's a mental health therapist as well as a tarot card specialist, Reiki master, and much, much more. She does angel cards and she works intuitively with her clients. I'm so happy to have her. And let's see, I can see her. Let me bring her on.
Okay, so as Nandini mentioned, I'm an angel card reader. I'm a coach, counselor. I've studied Reiki. I've studied hypnotherapy. So I work on one-on-one sessions with my clients, and I give them guidance about anything that they want to know about their life. Whether it's career, relationship guidance. I work with manifestations and affirmations. So, I love what I do, and I can help in whichever way I can.
That's so lovely. So, what would you say is a good affirmation for today in this moment?
For today in this moment. I would say that my day is going wonderfully and everything is working out in my favor.
My day is going
Going
wonderfully
wonderfully
and
and
everything is working out in
working
my
out in my
favor.
favor.
I love that. I
Yeah.
really love that.
I
Yeah.
start my day with that actually. I think it's
Yes.
important to send out that positive energy out into your day before you start it.
Yes.
So it's something that I do.
Oh, that's so lovely. I start my day off with sadhana and asking for the happiness of all beings. And yeah, so I think it's very important the way one starts one's day because
Yeah,
it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the day.
it does.
Um, my
Yeah.
nani taught me this, my mama's mama.
Okay.
My mother and my nani taught me the Gayatri mantra and the
Lovely.
importance of waking up with, like they would say pure thoughts. But what they
Yeah.
meant was good thoughts for
Good
yourself and
thoughts to
others.
start your day with. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think the
good
energy you
thing.
put out there really makes a difference. Like if you wake up in a
Yes,
bad mood and you've had an argument with somebody,
yes,
honestly, the rest of your day does go badly. So, in
yes,
that moment, you have to just switch it. I know it's tough, but you have to
yes,
switch it and go into a positive state of mind, even if it's faking it, because that's
yes.
what you send out into the day.
Fantastic. I do believe
Yeah.
that. Wow. So, Devina, tell me if there's one thing that you learned from last year, what would it
Okay.
be that would really benefit everybody?
What I learned was to have time to yourself, to
Yes,
do the things that you liked doing without guilt. I think
yes,
that's what I learned. Actually, two things. One was family time, which was
yes,
so important that we actually got to spend quality time with our family.
yes,
We were stuck together in a house. And
yes,
your me time, like your
yes,
own time where you don't feel guilty taking that time off, whether you're working or you're taking care of kids. I
yes.
learned that was very important to have that
That
time
would,
to yourself.
yes, yes. Uh, I tend to like overdo it when I'm working, and then I
Yeah,
can't think of anything else but that. And I realize how actually that's very energy depleting
it
and
is.
doesn't help the end result of the work either.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's
Yeah,
very true. Like I
yeah,
actually finish my work at 7
yes.
and I don't look at my phone after 9 o'clock. I try not to,
Oh,
So
great.
I go to
Yes,
bed by 11 and between 9 and 11 I'm just watching mindless TV or just, not working. It's important to
yes.
have that time.
It is. It is very important. And tell
Yeah.
me, what do you think 2021 is going to bring for us, for everyone?
I think it's going to bring a transformation. I think there was a lot of cleansing that happened in 2020, a lot of realizations, and
Yes,
now the dust is settling. So
yes,
I feel have changed. People's perspectives have changed. People's patience threshold has changed. So now that the
yes.
dust is settling, there's going to be a new us reborn. That's what I feel for 2021. What do you feel, Nandini?
I feel that we have multiple possibilities open to us. And I feel that there has been a sea change in people in
Yeah,
2020. Now, I hope we do sustain that.
I
I'm
hope.
a great believer in the goodness of all things. And I
Yeah,
think 2021 slowly and gradually will open all kinds of doors for us in a different manner. I
yeah,
think that the that the basic human being will think differently, like we've
Correct.
all changed what's important to us.
What's important to us, yeah.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
feel a lot of people are getting into meditation, spirituality. I don't know if this is like a new thing, but I feel that. I feel people are taking
Yes,
to that more now.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I realized one thing very, very strongly for me last year in 2020 is
Yes.
that I really let go of life as I knew it, of everything. I let go of, I thought I was a very flexible person, and I realized just maybe not so flexible.
Yeah.
We
Inner
have our
realizations.
inner realization. We have
Yeah.
the chair that we like. We have the
Yeah.
routine that we like.
Yeah.
We have certain things, and when that's a little shaken, one
Yeah.
tends to feel very shaken.
Yes.
so
Yes.
I
Very true.
so I did learn the importance of just letting go of life as I knew it. And I
Yeah.
think anyway, the divine was doing that to us.
Yes. Yes.
We were
It was
all
shaking
locked
us out
in.
of our
Yeah,
routine. And
absolutely.
I do tell my clients on a regular basis, I said, you have to shift something in your life, even if it's a
Yes,
marginal shift of changing your route to work or changing
yes.
the time that you get up in the morning, because that little shift causes a massive energy shift eventually,
I
because we're in the same
100%
groove.
agree.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. I also think for the house, that's also important.
Yes, for the
Like,
house as well.
to
Constant changes.
constantly change the furniture around. And, I'm a soul coach, and I done my soul coaching with Denise Lynn. And she would teach us the importance of changing the corners of rooms, because we tend
Okay.
to be stuck with that. Like if we put a
Yeah.
table there, and then it'll be the same lamp, the same pictures, the same idols. And then,
Yeah.
she'd have this thing about mirchi lights, those rice
Okay.
seed, like, Christmas lights.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
she would
yeah.
say, even like light up a whole lot of lights there, so that
Oh,
that energy movement happens.
movement happens. That's
And
very nice.
she
Yeah.
taught me the importance of that, of,
Yeah.
like I've always believed in opening windows and doors and letting the energy flow in the house. But
Yeah.
she even taught me about corners,
Okay.
you
So
know.
this is interesting. You mentioned corners. I'm sure a lot of our clients want to know things like Feng Shui.
Yes.
People tell me, put salt in a corner. So would you have an idea, Nandini, about a little bit about Feng Shui? What would enhance the energy of a room? That would be
So in
interesting to people.
so salt is very
Salt is
good
good,
because
right?
it's very
Yeah.
cleansing. But then don't
Yeah.
forget about the salt.
Okay. You have to
Like
remove it.
so after a while you can remove it, and a
Okay.
good time to remove it would be any time, or you
Okay.
could change it on full moon, or you could,
Okay.
I think the thing is not to get stuck with anything. So you can
Hmm.
use salt, you can cleanse your home with sage, and if sage is not available to you, a simple Indian curry patta, I'm
Oh,
sorry, tej
really?
patta. You know that
Tej
tej
pata.
patta? You
Okay.
can just like burn that and
Okay.
cleanse your house with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Also,
Agarbatti is also good, I think. Agarbatti.
agarbatti is very good.
Yeah.
Then singing bowls.
Singing
I,
bowls are
I,
lovely.
I do
Yeah.
a singing bowl
How
cleansing.
nice. Yeah.
And then more than Feng Shui and Vastu, which of course everybody, a lot of people believe in very strongly. And I think it's like doing the Feng Shui and Vastu of in here.
Yeah. That's the first place we start with. The
Yeah.
inner cleanse, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Which is, I
Yeah.
know what you do. And then the outer cleanse happens now, like keep your home clean.
Hmm.
Always keep your home prepared, because you never know when divine guests are going to walk in.
True. 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 Keep your home in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My son is an art of living. He teaches meditation. He teaches
Oh,
children and
nice.
young adults. And he
Yeah.
always says that, you know, keep your walls clean, keep your floors clean, keep yourself
Hmm.
clean, and keep everything in your house ready for God.
That's
Because
beautiful.
we never know when God's going to ring the bell.
Yeah. I would like to believe God's always there, but I know
Same
what you
here.
mean. You know how
Same
Lakshmi
here.
comes into the house? You
Yes,
must have your house ready for her all the time. Like
I
that.
agree. Even I
Around the
believe
clock.
God's always there.
Always there.
So
Yeah.
even more so, your house is a
Yeah.
temple, and keep it
House
that
is a
way.
temple. That's a beautiful saying, actually. Your house is a
Yeah,
temple.
yeah.
Yeah.
Also yourself.
Yeah.
From when I was very young, I've always like dressed up. This is the way I am at home. If I've got makeup on now, then I'll have
Yeah.
makeup on at home as well.
Very
So like
nice.
people will ask me, why are you dressed up? And I say, no, it's just I'm dressed up for my home, for God, for, for myself.
Yeah,
They,
yeah, no, that's lovely. I should actually do that because throughout lockdown, I don't know if everyone else was like this. We were in
pajamas.
pajamas. So this half of the video was a t-shirt, like a nice top, and the bottom
Yeah,
half was pajamas. So
yeah,
that's how we spend lockdown, which is quite fun.
yes, yeah, true,
Yeah.
true, true. So tell me something, Devina. You have
Hanji.
a deck of cards there to pull for us today.
I haven't carried it today, actually.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'll have to go and get my cards.
Okay, no, they're
But
far
I
away.
can come up with a message if there's anything towards the end, if something comes to mind.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
we'll
I can do
we'll do
that.
that. We'll do
Yeah,
that. And tell me something.
yeah.
If you were to tell the audience, what
Hmm.
is it that keeps you in balance and okay with what's happening around you, especially
Yeah,
today in these times?
yeah. That's a good question.
What would it be?
So, what keeps me in balance, honestly, is a routine. So when I'm following a certain routine of getting up in the morning, and I do my meditation in the morning. So this is something I started in lockdown. I mean, I anyway meditate at night, but in the
Yes,
mornings I started going to the terrace because the weather was beautiful. So when you connect with nature and the birds and the
yes,
sounds, I think that really kept me sane. Having a
yes.
routine and obviously keeping busy with work and stuff, I think that's what kept me balanced. Is my
Okay,
routine, I feel.
okay. So that,
Yeah.
to have a good routine is very, very important.
To have a good routine, because what happens is when life is unpredictable. So during lockdown, life was unpredictable for a lot of people. At
Yes,
least my life was predictable in my routine.
yes,
I knew what I was doing in the morning, I knew what sessions I was having in the evening, and I knew my workout. So, you kind of planned your day where you wouldn't have a chance to feel low because you know
yes,
what's coming next. So
yeah,
that's what works for me. And if anyone's listening over here, I think that would work for a lot of people. If you can't control your external environment, at least try and control what's happening around you, in your
yes,
bedroom. Okay. So anger level, Akshat, is it's something when you are in a moment of anger, and I know it sounds very simple, just take 5 deep breaths. You will be amazed at how different your reaction is in that moment, because
yes,
when we are angry, we breathe very fast, very shallow
yes,
breathing. So actual
yes,
slow breathing kind of slows you down. And then
yes,
you say something like, I choose to respond from a place of peace. It's an affirmation I give to a lot of people.
yes.
And obviously anger management is a whole long process where you kind of work with a coach, or you work with a therapist or anybody. But these short tips, and Nandini, you can also suggest something.
So what I do with anger is, all my life I've had to work on anger for sure.
Okay.
Um, I would just breathing is a very, very important thing for me. So I
Yeah.
would make sure that I just stop and like breathe easily and slowly. And I worked very strongly with this with myself. I said that I will not respond in any way that's going to be harmful for me or others. And I used to every day tell myself this, that today is a day that I'm going to just be peaceful. And so if I
That's
felt
amazing.
upset about something, I would write it down, keep
Yeah.
it on my altar, and ask God to help me through it without having to yell or without having to react in any way. It took a long time.
Long time.
It didn't
Yeah.
happen on day one. It's a very slow process, as Devina has said, but it did help me. And I kept choosing peace again and
Choosing
again and
peace.
again
Yeah.
and again.
And I
But
think that's
slowly.
beautiful.
Yeah, it didn't happen on day one.
Yeah. Yeah. But
It's
that's
it's
beautiful.
it's it's a choice one has to
The
make.
choice.
That am I going to choose anger, and because I'm not anger, and neither am I an angry person, but
Yeah.
I feel this at this moment.
Yeah.
How can I
And
turn it around to be peaceful?
And also, what is the trigger? So I think the most important thing is you have to find out in external environment what
Yes,
is triggering me, And if that thing internally you realize what it is, and that is what you need to work on. Anger is just a what's the word for it? It's a symptom. Anger is a symptom of something that's
Not a
not right.
cause. Yes.
It's not a
Yes.
cause.
It's
Yeah.
not a cause. Very often it could be something we're eating that's creating a lot of acidity in the system. It is the
Could be.
silliest of things, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
It could be that we are allowing ourselves to be in that same situation which we can actually extricate from.
Correct. Correct.
But
We need to
as
move
you
on.
said, when we look at the symptom,
Yeah.
then one can move out of it.
I think that's the key. So that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
And I think Avni said, what should we do when we're confused about a career and everything's falling apart? I think what's important in career, when you're looking at your career, and what I tell my clients is to kind of make a list of things that you want to do with your life. If what are the reasons that you're not able to change your job, or what are the reasons that are holding you back? Make a list of what you enjoy doing, and maybe like I do career counseling, for example, or I do pull out
Yeah.
cards for guidance. You can reach out to me for that, and I can help with affirmations, or you just do some career affirmations as well. Like something new is coming my way.
Yes.
And anything you'd like to suggest?
Well, I'm a great person to think that you make a list
Yeah.
and, and then weigh the pros and cons. And definitely seeking help and counseling for any of this does
Yes.
make a huge difference.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
So
I have
I
a lot
hope
of
that
people come to
answered your
me for
question.
this as well, because it's important to sometimes have a sounding board,
Yeah. Yeah. You want somebody to listen to, and it's difficult to handle these
Yes.
situations yourself.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
important to reach out to somebody in situations like this if you can't have the answers yourself.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So what else? Would anyone want to ask any questions? There are no other questions. Let me ask you, Nandini. So, what have you felt differently from last year, like the whole lockdown, and to now in your life? Like, how would you see a change and difference?
I think I learned to choose peace more and more and more.
Okay.
I learned to not have to say my point of view all the time,
Okay.
that
That's nice.
which was very important for me earlier.
Yeah.
I felt especially if I had this thing of needing life to be fair, So I noticed these things about myself, okay? Because life slowed down, then you see, okay, fine,
Yeah.
where can I change? How can I be a better version of who I am?
Yeah,
And
that's beautiful though.
yeah, how? And every day I'd ask myself this, that how can I be a better version of who I am? Because normally in life, you get so busy living your life that you
Yeah.
forget these sort of
These
things,
small things. Yeah.
these small things. And I found, okay, this is one area where it's
Yeah.
okay to not say, but oh, I meant this and I meant that. And let it be peaceful. In family
Yeah.
relationships and close relationships, we do a lot of that.
Yeah.
We do a lot of explaining and a lot of,
You
and
don't
I
need to
think,
explain.
no,
No,
no, you really don't.
you don't need to explain to
So I
somebody.
just learned to choose peace again and again in a peaceful manner.
Okay. Yeah, that is actually beautiful. I have to inculcate that in my life as well. When you're living such close proximity with your family, you tend
Yes,
to get each other's nerves. It's very natural. So if you find
yes,
your own tools to kind of work around these situations, then you're
yeah,
empowered rather than going to an astrologer or going to somebody else. You get dependent on
yes,
another
yes,
person.
yeah, yeah,
Not to say I'm not saying that don't reach out when you need help, but when there's situations where you can deal with it yourself, and like I empower my clients with tools. So next
yeah,
time if I'm not around, they at least know what to do in that situation. So that's what I
yeah,
want to tell everyone. If you can try and empower yourself with
yeah.
affirmations, manifestation, it really helps.
I totally agree with you. I'm sorry that these comments are covering you. I'm
I'm
wondering, should I take them off and then we can check them
um
again later?
we can do
But
that.
and
Yeah.
anyway, once the
They can ask
IGTV
questions in the
happens,
comment box.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, that's fine. It never used to happen earlier. There's also a Q&A button. I don't know if people can use that to answer questions.
I've turned off the questions, but now the old
Okay.
questions are all still there.
Okay. No worries. I'll just,
Okay.
yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah. And anyway, later on, it'll, as I said, on IGTV, it'll all be fine. And
Yeah.
then people can
Yeah.
ask questions there. So, tell me any other thing comes to mind for like what you learned in 2020?
What I learned in 2020 was, of course, getting along better with people, patience, and me time, and also how, I mean, we talked about at the beginning and how there's an upheaval of nature, the world acting out on how
Yes.
we human beings have treated this planet, and
Yes.
all of the negativity is coming out now. So things have to get worse, I feel, before they get better. And the
Yes.
pandemic was a wake up call.
Yes.
It was a huge wake up call actually for everybody.
Yes. A huge wake-up call. And I think that to choose a more peaceful, a more simple, a kinder, a more loving life, like
Yes,
to be
yes.
kind to self and others and less me and more us,
Less me. True, true.
you know.
Yeah.
Also to be able to, many people dealt with a lot of loss, you know.
It was, yeah, it's been a difficult, it's still being a difficult year. I know some friends,
Yes.
and this beginning
Yeah.
of this year, it's been quite a bad start to the year. But I feel
Yes.
like things are improving now.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So intuitively, what do you think one is going to have in the next month or so
In
in
the
life?
next month or so, intuitively, if I had to pick out a message for everyone, I would say that there is a shift coming in April.
Yes,
So if someone is wanting to manifest something, and you're on the right track, thinking positive, doing all the back end work for it, it is going to happen for you. So this is my message actually for everyone who's listening today. April is a huge shift, I believe.
wow.
Yeah. So like a partner, a job, and if an old job is being left, it's only because there is something new that's coming up for you. So don't feel despondent, don't feel upset if there is changes that are happening in your life. It's only happening for the better.
That's so beautiful. And I woke up this morning thinking of angels
Yeah.
and just being so grateful to them. And a friend sent me a wonderful message, and this is for all of you who are watching right now, all of you who will watch later, and all your loved ones, that the angels are coming to your home tonight. And
Wow.
they bless you, they bless your family, they're blessing your loved ones. Everybody is blessed, blessed, and blessed.
Yes.
And I'll
That's
put the
beautiful.
message on the comments.
Yeah, that's beautiful actually, Nandini. And that was a beautiful experience that I had. I couldn't finish it properly, but it just was just knowing that you're being watched over, and everybody has a guardian angel, by the way. It's just a
Yes,
nice feeling that there is
yes,
somebody
it is.
watching over you and you're not alone.
No, no, you're not alone. And I really woke up this morning, I'd finished my prayers, I'd finished my sadhana, and I just thought of, the angels. And I wake up and I get
Wow.
out of bed and I check my message, and there's this beautiful message. And
Wow.
it said that, the angels, and may you be blessed always, all of you. You
Yes.
are blessed.
You are blessed. You are blessed, and I'm so
Yeah,
grateful for everyone listening in, today to our wonderful conversation. We
yes,
don't know where things go. Every time Nandini and I talk, it always goes into some different realm and some different information, new information that we
yeah,
provide each time.
yeah. Thank you, Devina, so much, darling.
Thank